What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Black Ops 6 video, as I do want to talk about the return of the salvage system that has basically been confirmed as of the reveal. During the reveal, we got a slight teaser for the zombies content coming in Black Ops 6, and during that teaser we did see some zombies being eliminated, and those zombies did drop salvage. Now this salvage was present and was a system that was a part of Cold War zombies. So if you were new and started zombies in MWZ, this video will also help you kind of understand what that's going to mean by the salvage returning. Now, this is one of those subjects that is kind of split across the community on whether it is good or bad. I don't really think it makes or breaks the game. I think some OG zombies players might think it makes the game overall not as fun, or maybe just a little bit too easy. However, I think the direction that Treyarch is going with in zombies, I think they're trying to provide a fun yet challenging experience that can be enjoyed by a majority of their community. I think previously some of the Easter eggs were probably a little bit too difficult, and they found based on their data that not enough people were completing them. So they wanted to make them at least achievable enough for a lot more of their community to be able to not only take part in them, but also to be able to complete them, which I think was probably happening a lot less often previous to Cold War. Now, again, I am going to be breaking this down as if you have no idea what the salvage system from Cold War is, so I apologize ahead of time if you're already familiar with it. But basically, the salvage does come in two different forms. It looks like a little basket of gears or a little box of gears of some sort. They come in both green and blue. Green is obviously going to be the uncommon, whereas the blue is the rare. They do drop fairly consistently in about the same numbers. However, the big difference I think is between these is the green, you will get more out of the drops as opposed to the blue. You may not get as many total from each drop. In Cold War, you were also able to see the amount of salvage that you had by just looking at your scoreboard, letting you know how much uncommon and again rare that you need. Now, this salvage basically acted as a secondary currency outside of your essence or points that you would use to basically pack a punch, buy your perks or things like that, which in Modern Warfare Zombies is actually the only currency that you have. So you just head over to a buy station, you're able to buy your Scorestreaks, your armor plates, etc. just by using that essence. However, in Cold War with this salvage system, again, you are collecting the green and blue uncommon and rare, and you're going to use these as, again, like a secondary currency at both the crafting station, which was a workbench that you could take your salvage over to, open it up, you would be able to purchase lethal and tacticals with your uncommon, and then you would be able to purchase score streaks and even a self-revive using the rare. Again, you probably had a lot less rare, so those items weren't necessarily as easy to acquire, but you still had the ability to head over to this crafting station using this salvage-like currency to purchase yourself some upgrades, whether it was the lethal or tacticals, and or again, those score streaks. This is something, again, in Modern Warfare Zombies that you would head over to your buy station and just simply purchase with essence. So, and I guess in some cases, people probably feel like this is kind of inflating the system by having a whole separate currency that they have to use specifically for these items that they need at the crafting station. Now, alongside the crafting station, another use for this salvage was over at the Arsenal. The Arsenal provided two different options. One, an ability to upgrade your armor. If you had 0 armor, you could get a 1-plater, a 2-plater, or a 3-plater. Or you guys could even actually repair your armor if you guys had taken damage up to this point, just by simply spending your salvage. Now, at this specific station, the Arsenal, you were only able to use that rare salvage, so it doesn't really make a huge difference as you're collecting both, but it did technically make any of the options at the Arsenal a little bit more expensive. Alongside being able to upgrade and repair your armor, you were also able to upgrade the rarity of your weapon. Again, I think all of these systems are set to return. We can probably expect the crafting station, we could probably expect the Arsenal, and again, probably the weapon rarities as well. Because at that Arsenal, you were also able to use your salvage to upgrade from green to blue, from blue to purple, or finally from epic to legendary going into orange. This would obviously determine how much damage output you would do as a bonus with the weapon of your choice. If you guys played Modern Warfare Zombies, you're very familiar with this system, and it was something that was carried over from Cold War initially anyway. This is probably set to return also in Black Ops 6 Zombies, so we can expect not only will we be using salvage to gain armor, which is probably a returning system, the weapon rarity, which is also probably a returning system, and also the crafting station where you're able to get your lethal tacticals, and confirming score streaks are probably going to come back to zombies as well. Personally, for me, I don't think it's a big deal that salvage is set to return. However, I do think it is interesting that at some point they decided, let's create a separate sort of currency outside of the essence that players will need to collect by eliminating zombies in order to spend them for upgrades that will benefit them throughout their run. I think most people would just rather be able to spend the essence that they earn, being able to get whatever limited items that they can. More importantly, I don't think people want armor and or score streaks in zombies. For me, the score streaks don't really benefit me all that much. I could play through the entirety of Cold War Zombies, never use a score streak at all, and I don't think it would make or break my experience in any way. However, I could see how having score streaks available could provide a much better experience or more fun experience for some of the players out there, and maybe make it a little bit easier for the casuals. But in today's video, I just wanted to revisit the salvage, help people understand what it is, how it's going to function, and more than likely that we will be seeing the return of the crafting station, the arsenal, and of course the weapon rarity. But that's going to wrap things up for us here. I know I'm personally looking forward to Black Ops 6 Zombies and everything that they're going to share with us in the future leading up to launch. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.